What's up, B? Emerald Coast, what's going on? What's up, you guys? Give me a second here. I wanted to go live. Hey, Jeff. Yeah, I bet you are, brother. So, I wanted to go live because I picked up 42 ounces of silver today. And people have been asking me what I got. And it's hard to explain what I got. It's just easier to show it. All right, so first things first, I'm gonna show you guys what I got from Whatnot last week. Super good deal. I bought 12 spots on a guy's wheel. Hit 150 harpoons, 12 spots on his wheel. I spent $70. I got 25% of the field with that $70. Right? So gold foils, they're little $100 bill. These ones here. I got these as the givey on that. Right? So these are the floors. And he sent me a whole stack of them. So I had a whole stack of these gold foil $100 bills. I don't know if there's any gold in them, but I'll use them as Whatnot givvies or floors for my game. Right, so those will just go forward. Less money I got to spend in the long run when it comes to taking care of Whatnot people. Right, because you guys know I sell on Whatnot. Right, so, oh, dude, I feel you. I feel you. So check this out. I was going in asking for bullion. I was expecting 10-ounce bars, which is kind of what I asked him for, right? So he went into his own safe and pulled this out for me myself. Now, granted, this is a LCS that I have been working on for the last 2 months building a relationship with. Guy's super cool. He knows my name when I walk in the door. So this is what he's got for me. He's got this. I'm going to lean it forward so maybe you can see the plaque a little better. 150 years of baseball. This is a Norman Rockwell commemorative set. But this is the coolest part about it, okay? The set's from 1990, so it's 35 years old. You know, you got your little pamphlet here explaining how there was only 2,500 of them vinted, right? So they were made March 1990. They're proofs. The size of them, 0.99, 4 5 troy ounce rounds. There was only 2,500 of them made, right? So check this out. I'm going to pull one of these out for us. Now you can see they're starting to tone. I loved tone silver because it adds that aged look to it. That's one thing I love about it. Now these things are kind of in this thing pretty good. So give me a second here. They got to pop from the back side. So check that out. It is clearly a proof set. This is the dugout scene. Get over here. You can see a little better. Dude, they're sick. Yeah, baseball and silver. You know what? My overhead light is jacking this around. Let me turn that off really quick, see if we can get a better view of this. That should actually help with the glare a lot. Can you see that a lot better? Nope, you really can't see the image very good. What a shame. Anyways, that's what the back looks like. They're all 4 different pieces. Now, this is clearly a collector set, right? I mean, I wouldn't expect this to be in any bullion bin anywhere. And this is what he pulled out for me. He pulled it out of his own collection, which I thought was pretty sick, right? I mean, I was just going in expecting bars. I didn't get bars. This is the pitcher. It's got a guy pitching with his leg up in the air and the backside on it as well. So this is 20 ounces, all separate rounds, all separate coins, and he sold it to me for bullion pricing. So let me tell you, spot at the time was $36.62. I paid $36.72 per ounce is what it equated to. Now, I don't know if he took a hit because he wanted to hook me up and keep me coming because of how much I've been buying from him. But this just goes to show you build the right relationship with the right LCS and you walk out with spoils. Right? So it was hard to explain how cool this set was via chat. So I had to go online and show you guys. During the day, I'll film, like I said, I'll film a little more. So I'll show you what it actually looks like during the day without the glare on these rounds. But they are sick. Now, true question is, I bought these for being stacking material. They're not stacking material. These are clearly a collector's item that he sold me at bullion prices. At less than bullion prices, because he didn't even make any money on them, really. I got this 5-ounce fine mint, 9 fine mint bar. I love hand-poured looking bars. So this thing is sick. I love this. It's 5 ounces. It's heavy. He had 5 rounds set up for me, but I just wanted the 4. So I went with one of these 5-ounce bar. Just really quick. I picked up 10 bars out of his bullion bin. And what that does, what's up, OC? I don't know why you didn't get my notification, man, but you're here now, brother. You're here now, and I'm glad you stopped by. I was actually just going over everything. So here, let me show you really quick because I'm not too far ahead. So sorry you guys that have already seen this, but I got to show them really quick. All right, so Norman Rockwell. I got 4 5-ounce rounds. These are high proof. Five-ounce rounds. They're from 1990. He sold me these for $36.72, which was 10 cents more than spot. These are collector items. I went in buying looking for bullion, and he sold me these. He pulled them out of his own collection. And it was hard to explain what these were through chat, so it's easier to show you guys. But these are sick. They're high relief. They're proof rounds. There's 4 different ones. The dugout. Let's see here. The dugout. Bottom of the 6th, the rookie, and a pitcher. So there's 4 different ones, so 4 different styles, and it's clearly a collector's item. There's 2,500 of them minted. .99 fine. So I had to show you guys that. I couldn't tell you about it really through chat. It was much easier to just show it. So there's that. Okay. I picked up 10 1-ounce bars to fill the rest of my tube here that I got. And there's a couple of pretty unique colored ones. Looks like somebody wrote on this with a Sharpie. I don't know if that'll come off, but just plain old bars, nothing special, all sunshine mint from what I can see. But he had this all set up for me. I called him yesterday, told him what I wanted to do, and he put all this aside for me and had it ready to go. So I walked in the door, and he literally had this case and this stuff ready for me. So now I will have this case just about. This will have all 20 bars in it, so it'll be full right now. And that feels good. 20 bar case all filled up. Got my Germanium mint bar, my single 1 ounce bar. Picked up this 5 ounce 9 fine mint bar. Oh no, man. Silver's silver. It all stacks, right? As long as it's pure and it's not that fake German silver stuff that I saw somebody do a video on, which was ridiculous. All right. So that's 20, 30, 5. We got 5 rounds. Check this one out. Tell me that isn't sick. I love toning, and that is just sick. That natural toning is so rainbowy on the edge. I love it. Blues and purples. Got this one. It's like the Morgan dollar. Round. Couple of other ones here. So I know somebody had a challenge out for 50-year-old silver. This one's from 82, but this one is from 72. Was it 72? Yeah, 72 on this one. And I love older silver. So 5 more rounds to add to the tube. Actually, every time I go in and he sells me anything, whether it be dimes, quarters, or halves, or rounds, he literally gives me tubes. So I don't even have to buy tubes. He just gives them to me, which is cool because tubes can be $2-3 a piece sometimes. What was the 82? What is this one? That's just the one Troy. That's the toner, the super toner. $82. He's got an eagle on one side, and then the scales on the other side. Maybe if I hold it better, the glare will go away. So I'll hold it closer. See if that helps any. Doesn't help any. Yeah, the toner. Yeah, the toner is Tri-State Refining, exactly. Out of the rounds, the toner is my favorite. I love. You can see the blues and the reds right there at that angle. Pretty good. It's sick. So we got those 5 rounds. So that makes 40. 25, 30, 35, 40. And then he threw in these. Got me a Perth with the ruse on the back in a capsule. And check this out. This is an actual coin because it's got a dollar amount on it, right? Yeah, $2. So this is a coin. This is a, look at that. That's a Scottsdale 1 ounce coin. from 2014. What country? Niue Island. And this is a proof too. That's high relief. You can clearly tell. But just about anything from Scottsdale is super, super nice looking. All right, so that's what I picked up at the LCS today. Okay, but let's go back to Whatnot really quick. So, 12 slots. I got 5 of the harpoons. I spent $70, right? $70 on 5 spots. He sent me a pack of these foils, which is more than the 7 that were the floor spot if you don't hit the harpoons, right? So I got 5 harpoons and 7 nons. So I got a stack of those. It was a last man standing. Last man standing. So, last man standing gets the big prize at the end. It was called the Smoking Whale Prize. Okay? $70, guys. Boom, baby. 5-ounce round. Check that bad boy out. Of course, the lighting's going to make it so you can't see it very well, but that's a dragon on the back. Year of the Dragon. It's got all the Chinese zodiac symbols on the back side. $70. I want a 5-ounce round. So another 5-ounce round going to the stack. Yeah. It was last man standing, bro. So it was running. It was the last person. I got 25% of the field by getting as many as I did. The 5 spots. So last man standing, it got down to me and one other person. And the whole time I'm going, no. And I forgot it was last man standing. And then that last person's name got called instead of mine. And I was like, fuck. And then he's like, TH Stacker, you won. And I was like, yeah. So 5-ounce round for $70. Sick. Spot was $33 and something cents at the time. It's jumped so much since then. Popped over to another guy's site. His name's Manny. Boom, baby. Hit an envelope. Now, granted, I spent about $60 at Manny's chasing gold, okay? But I got this 1-ounce colorized bar out of one of his 4 packs. I spent $15 a pack, and I hit on one of the envelopes, and this is what I got. You have to find chat at the right time on Whatnot. So if it's an auction and they put it up and chat doesn't bid, you can get it for really cheap. The problem is all the good items in a lot of cases. Look, I lost my butt. Like I lost a lot on a gram of gold on Whatnot on a game. $15 envelopes. I sold 5 envelopes. I spent $120 on the gram. I made 75. Lost money. But that's a hit you take when you go there. Because where you lose money there, you make a killing on something else. And trust me, if that guy wasn't making money, he wouldn't be there still. So it's cool. It's a signed, colorized. Now, I'm not a colorized silver fan. If I really wanted to, and I probably will, I'm going to take that silver off because I really don't like colorized silver. I like it shiny. The only time my silver should not be the color that it's supposed to be is if it starts toning, in my opinion. What up, B? It's going over some stuff, man. You missed it. I'll hit it back up in a second here. But anyways, this is my last Whatnot win. $70 got me a 5-ounce round, B. You can, but if you sell a pack game like I do, then you control everything, really. That was one of my very first pack games, so I didn't have as many people there as I probably should have. Now my games sell out. B's been there a couple of times. He can tell you. He's watched some of my shows. I sell out literally every show I do on Whatnot now. But I run a simple game, man. I run a simple game. I run a 20-pack game. It's either $10 or $15 an envelope, and I do a reveal at the end. I go to the same LCS. I pick me up a coin. Normally looks like something like this. Normally a 69 or a 79 ASE. I like the older Type 1 years. The traditional look has a tendency to do better. You know, I like the Type 1 back. And most of the people that are in my rooms do too. But yeah, man, literally $10, $15 an envelope, 20 packs. So I picked this up for, you know how much an ASE goes for. You're spending $45, $50 at the coin shop. So you know what the profit margin is at that point if I'm selling out at $10 a pack at 20 packs. So literally you spend $45 on a coin, you make 200 in a show, you make $150. That's how I'm able to stack the way that I have been lately. I mean, honestly, if I didn't have Whatnot as a side hustle, I wouldn't be able to add to the stack like I have been. But other contingencies. So I got a Merc that came when I didn't win on the wheel. I got me, this is a 20 pence coin from France. So it's a franc or a pence. It's not a franc, it's a pence. Got a V-nickel that came. Dude, it is a good side hustle for me. It works, but for me, B, I have to keep it simple. The more convoluted you make it, the harder it gets. Emerald, I'll talk to you later, bro. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. Picked up 90% silver off the side. It's a high relief proof. Picked up some molders. Now this one's got pretty worn. It's not a complete slick, but it's pretty worn. I ain't gonna lie. But it's silver, baby. Check this one out. Standard. That one's really worn. So worn you don't even have a date on her. But it's silver. And then we got us another 1948 Washington. So quite a few pieces of silver that I got over on Whatnot. And it was all basically for under $100. This 1 ouncer, this 5, that's 6 ounces right off the top. I spent $70 on that. Got this for $60. Half of these coins came from that place. So I got $1 face in silver as well as a 1 ounce coin for $60. Now, in my opinion, that's a win. $1 face, I'm spending $26 as it is. Ounce of silver is $36. And that's $62 right there. That's a win in my opinion. So saved over $100 on this one, right? But spot at the time was only in the 33 something range. So it's jumped up a couple bucks since then. But, you know, a couple bucks for silver is really not that big of a deal. Everybody's talking about how great it is that it's at 36. I get it. I know it's great. But I'm still going to stack whether it's 36, 37, 38, 32, 29. It doesn't matter to me. I'm still going to stack every week like I do every other week. Every Wednesday or Thursday, I go to the coin shop, I buy my silver, and I go home and I add it to the stack. Now with Whatnot coming in the way that it does, I'm probably making, if I do 2 shows a week, I'm doing $400 a week. That's a 10-ounce bar, baby. That's a 10-ounce bar I'm walking home with just for taking a couple hours of my night, writing some stuff down on an envelope and waiting for people to come in and give me money. Can't complain. And the more convoluted you make it, the harder it is, the more challenging it is. If you keep it simple on Whatnot, then simple it is. Got this proof dime. They say they're in a slab, but you can crack these things open and put them anywhere. Right? Put anything in there that you want. But it is a proof, and it is a high relief. It's really nice. I'm not a big normal currency fan, but I'll take it. Cannot complain. My mod over on Whatnot, Carolyn, she sent me these Madonna's foils, which I thought were pretty cool. All right, bro. I'll take it. We'll take it easy. I'll see you later, B. Thanks for coming in, Waller. I appreciate you. All right. B. Taylor, you ready to see what I got today? What's up, Farmer Stacker? Here we go, bro. All right. So, I got 10 1-ounce bars out of that 40, right? So 10 1-ouncers to help fill the tube, makes the tube complete. So thanks, brother. I appreciate you. Have a good race tomorrow, man. I see checkered flags in your future. So I picked up an extra 10 bars to help fill my tube. So it's complete now. So now I get a full 20 bars in here. Nice and topped off. It's always nice filling a tube. So I got those 10. AAA, what's up, brother? I picked up this 5-ounce 9 fine mint poured bar. I love poured bars, man. Poured bars are sick. I got this. Only other poured bar I got is Germania right here, other than my humble stacker bars. But I got this 9 fines mint 5-ounce bar. Right? So that's 15 ounces. Got another 5 rounds. Check this toner out, B. I love toned silver, brother. I got a really nice toner in here. And then 4 rounds. All different and unique. One of them's from 72. One of them's from 82. I like the Morgan looking one too. Right, so I got 5 more rounds. So that puts us at 20. Right, with the 10 1-ounce bars, the 5-ounce bar, and the 5 rounds. So that puts us at 20 ounces. I went in expecting bullion. Check this out. He goes and says, hey, I could have just given you regular bars, which I knew you were okay with, but no, dude. He goes into a safe, and he pulls out this commemorative set of Norman Rockwell commemorative rounds, 5-ounce rounds. Here's the paperwork on it. They're from March of 1990, so they're 35 years old. They're starting to tone on the edges. So, I just got done saying how much I love toned silver. Their 4.9s or their 3.9s, fine. There was only 2,500 of them minted. So pulls this out of his safe and says, hey, dude, you want these? So he gives me this commemorative set. This is a collector set. Anybody who says it's not is smoking weed better than I smoke. So, dude, they're high relief. They're all proofs. They're the Saturday Evening Post. Norman Rockwell, man. This is an insanely collectible series. Now, here's the question, guys. Do I sell the collection or do I hold on to it as bullion like I was planning on doing anyways? That's the question. Because I know I could sell these. Because you got baseball fans and silver collectors. And you got combination guys. So I don't know. Let's sit on it for a minute and think about it. Hold on what? What up on my rod? Hold on what, bro? Yeah, Norman Rockwell collection from 1990 are those rounds. So that puts me at 40 ounces right there. From the LCS, another 6 from Whatnot last week. So that is 48 ounces of silver that I got in the last 2 weeks. I also picked up this standard Perth Mint bar, which got some ruse on the back. But this one is sick. This is a bar? No, boys. This is a coin. This is a $2 coin from the Niue Islands from 2014. And the reason it's a coin is because it's got a dollar amount on it. And it's from Scottsdale, baby. Scottsdale $2 coin. For ounce number 1 and ounce number 2. For the 41 and 42. And some Whatnot fuel for my next show. Dude, isn't that sick? Those are wins all the way across the board, in my opinion. When I walked in the door of the LCS, spot for silver was 36.62. $36.62 for an ounce of silver at the coin shop when I walked in the door. Want to know how much I paid per ounce on these? Doing the math. $36.72 per ounce. So that means the LCS made $4.10 on selling me 42 ounces, or $4.20 on selling me 42 ounces of silver. Plus whatever he made on selling me this coin separately. No, he probably made more money than that because I'm sure he bought the silver for less than what he spot price was, however long he's been sitting on it. So I'm sure he made money because you're not in the coin business if you're not in the mid of making money at the LCS. But only making 10 cents a piece over spot on such a big deal, I can see why he took the hit like that because he's still making money and he's going to keep me coming back for more. Did I lose you guys? Are you there? You're sleeping on me. Cool. Rhonda, what are you referring to? Because typically when I fall into shit, I come out smelling like shit. Oh, I have. Yes, but I didn't know if you were referring that to my situation that I have right now or not. I was due for a win. And Rhonda, hold on a second. Let me smurf you up. All right, you're smurfed up now, so you can check other people's stuff. Broke Stacker, what's up, man? I did do pretty good. I figured you were referring to my situation, but I wasn't sure. I did. I got really lucky. I think. But man, I've been due for a win, Ron. I've been hustling and working, man. You can't stack successfully on one single income when you live by yourself. You can't do it. You cannot do it. And if anybody says that you can, they make way more money than I do. Because honestly, it's hard. It's hard. So I hustle for every piece of silver that I get, every ounce of silver I get. I hustle for every single bit of it. There is always some sort of hustle going on in my mind about how I can get more silver. And the whatnot path is the fastest, easiest, and most lucrative way to do it. And it just works. It works. I got like 350 followers. They all know when my shows hit, and they all know the same show. It's the same show every time. I throw auctions too, but keep it simple. What if it's not broken, don't fix it. If it works, let it work for you. And I do. It's the best I can do. Plus, man, I'm hit hard on finances when it comes to child support. I do a lot. So what I can stack, where I can stack it is every ounce is precious for me. Broke, dude. The Plymouth looks good, sounds good. See you driving it down the road. Are you gonna completely just bring it to restore status? Oh, bro, no problem, brother. It wasn't much. It was just a couple stickers and a poker chip. But no, man, my swag game sucks, and I'm gonna have more money coming in from whatnot. I'm waiting for Sticker Mule and other people to do their special so I can hop on and get some cool shit. So there will be more swag coming out, and when I get it, y'all just hit me up on an email. You know how it goes. Hi, Lisa. I'm gonna make you a mod, Lisa. All right, you're smurfed up. But yeah, man, Yeah, that's cool. I saw your last video, you driving it down the road. Seemed like it was doing pretty good. Hard to videotape and drive down the road. I'm good at multitasking, but I prefer there not be a digital recording of it. Oh my Rod, hold on a second. I am smurfing you for the next time you're in too, okay? Take off, man. Thanks for showing me your comic collection the other day. I wasn't like dissing it or anything by saying, or spin off. But if it's readable, it's readable. So, and they were free. You can't complain about free comics, bro. There is more power to find. There's always more power to find. Always more power to find. Yeah, you were just getting ready to ask me what kind of comics I read. I really got into X-Men and the Wolverine series. But I was a collector for a long time. I had Spider-Man number 5 and number 7, the introduction to the Vulture. I had all kinds of stuff. I'm old though, man. I'm old. My mom got rid of all that shit when she kicked me out of the house though, so all my stuff got tossed. But I had a lot of old comic books. Been a collector of a lot of things for a lot of times, and a long time. I found that silver and gold's the best thing for me to collect because it holds value the best. But man, I'm sorry. I gotta keep looking at these coins. God, these are just so clean. I'm gonna take one of these out. I just want to see what it looks like. Oh yeah, look at the toning. All kinds of toning coming up around the edge, all the way around the lip. Now it's going to affect the resale value, I'm sure, if I do decide to sell them like that. Check that out. You get all kinds of toning coming around the sides, coming down off of it where you can see the moisture that accidentally slipped in there. Dude, I'll see you later, B. Thanks for coming in. I can almost tell you that this is probably the first time they've been touched since they've been packed. I bet these were purchased, stuck in a safe somewhere, and nobody touched them until somebody had to sell them. I don't necessarily, I don't know if he just got the collection and bought it just as bullion and saw that it was cool and decided to put it aside for himself. And then when I happened to walk in, because I've been building this relationship with him, he's like, dude, I got something cool that I want you to check out. Check this out. And when he said, hey, surprise, I'm going to hook you up with this instead of just 10-ounce bars for the same price, I mean, I'd have been foolish to go with a no-name 10-ounce bar. Well, even if it wasn't a no-name. Let's just say an RCM bar, right? A name brand bar, RCM. We're not looking to go too extravagant on the bar, but an RCM bar, well-known, will sell, will hold its value, right? But this is 999 fine silver. It'll test just the same. It's a high relief round, and it's a collector's edition. I'll take this over a 10-ounce bar all day long. They're all 4 different rounds as well, and they're all Norman Rockwell. Like, anything Norman Rockwell is collectible, period. And if you don't know, now you know. For some reason, this thing's not popping off through the front, so I'll pop it out through the back. But yeah, all different designs, all toning in their own way. The Saturday Evening Post, so popular for the longest time. There is a pamphlet that comes with this set. Let me show you. So this pamphlet comes with the set, telling you about it, that it is a Sunday Evening Post Norman Rockwell commemorative set, 150 years of baseball, commemorative silver proof set. There was only 2,500 of them made. The inside, it tells you about them. The plaque that's on the top, which is really cool too. There's a plaque on the top of this case. That's pretty sick. It's metal as well. Goes over the rounds, how he designed them and why. Shows you the back side on all 4 of the rounds is what this is. And then the 4 different faces. Shows you about the box. And then on the back side is where it shows you the coins. Now, I don't have the certificate, but this pamphlet, I don't even know if they came with a certificate. It looks like they did. But still, the pamphlet's good enough for me. They all tested. Tells you about the specifications. They're all from 1990, so they're all 35 years old. There are proofs. Shows the diameter, the finesse, which is 0.999 fine. 4 pieces of 5 troy ounce commemoratives each. And it shows you there was only 2,500 sets made. Now, I looked on the bottom of this to see if, like, maybe it was, and it's not. This is just a piece of, yeah. But 4 commemorative silver rounds instead of 2 10-ounce bars, I'm fine with that. The box does look new. Now, look, I had to, the top part keeps popping off. You can tell in a second here. Look, I'll show you. This part keeps popping off because the glue's all dried out, so I got to re-glue it. But to hold it in, I just put a piece of tape double-sided on the back side so it looks presentable until I glue it. That plaque, though, is pretty sick. Yeah, total score. Total score, in my opinion. I like these. I like their Germania or the Scottsdale $2 coin too. That's a bar. That's a coin because it's got a dollar value. I love that. That's sick. So that's my 42 ounces I got today. And you guys, in 2 weeks, I've got a really big bonus check coming in, so I just might get some more. Who knows? That will probably be close to 30 ounces in a couple of weeks, I think. So that 30 plus this, now I can bank on the 30. I can count the 30, but oh yeah, this Leo is, it's clean. It's from 2014, the Niue Islands, $2 coin. All right, Jeff. Have a good night, brother. I appreciate you coming by. It's 2005 ASE. What up, Curtis? Make you buy what? This? But no, this is Whatnot fuel. This is how I run my hustle on Whatnot. Well, it's not a hustle, it's just what I do. It's my side hustle. You put 20 packs together. You write on one of the slips ASE. The other ones have some sort of floor, whether it be a silver dime or 1 gram of silver. And you charge $10 a pack. You write 20 packs, so it's a $200 game. Rhonda, you are the lucky one, not me. It's in your name. So yeah, pick this up today. Cost me $45. Tonight you won your first silver pour and you're stacking now. Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. Now I want you to go ahead, look at that poker chip I sent you. Flip it over, read the back side of it. And remember to stack what you can, where you can, my friend. It all adds up. But you already know this, brother. And I don't mean if it's dimes, quarters, proof quarters that are 90%, old slicks if you need to. Because at the end of the day, you're adding to your stack, brother. The hardest part about stacking, bro, is starting. Oh, I was over on April Davis's Whatnot channel because she streams her Whatnot on YouTube. So I went over to her Whatnot channel. She bought poker chips. She was selling them for $3 a piece. Now she did say she would send me one, but she was having a hard time making some sales, so I bought one of her poker chips. She's having a pretty, she's trying to get her Whatnot thing going. She's got a whole bunch of stuff that she's having a hard time getting rid of. Do we have any NASCAR fans in our chat right now? Lisa, you have no pours from anybody? And Marsh, welcome in, man. Yeah, do that. Send me a picture. I'm down, you know that. And Marcia came in kind of late. Well, she's got a Rusty Wallace watch that's literally brand new that she cannot sell. I think she's asked for like $10 for it or something. I'm not a NASCAR fan, you know. So I don't know anybody who would be interested in that, but if we did have somebody in the community that was interested in that, you know, because we all support each other. It's hard to sell to anybody unless you're a NASCAR fan. And it's got to be more up to date stuff unless you're an older NASCAR fan. And I can't remember too many Rusty Wallace fans. Now, I know there are some, but, you know, you got your names out there, though, that would probably sell faster, like Earnhardt or, you know, so just, but whatever. Rusty Wallace, I'm sure he was popular for a reason. I mean, you don't drive NASCAR unless you can drive. Yeah, I know a lot of people that stopped watching when Earnhardt died. I've never been in a NASCAR really, but I do know how devastating that was to the sport. I've got my pours from FG coming. My 500 sub collector bars are on their way. I can't wait for those to get here. He put them in the mail today. Rusty was a pick with team picks. I could see that. I could see that because he's always in like the top certain amount, so he's always going to get you a certain amount of points. He would be a good person to have on a team's event like that because he's going to be guaranteeing you a certain amount of points no matter what, and sometimes better odds as well. I mean, like I said, you're a race car person for a reason. You have things that are so old you can't sell, and I used to work for them. So they just hold a lot of sentimental value then, Curtis? Well, there's a reason why you can't sell them. You can't sell them because they're too old and nobody knows how to use them or can't appreciate them anymore, or you just can't get past yourself to sell them. Something's holding you back. But I'm just glad I was able to fill this tube today as well with those other 10-ounce bars. Just feels so good. Yeah, you guys, you are sub to me, right? I mean, that's why you're here because you got my notifications. So when I get to 500, I'm doing a big party, a big celebration. Um, it'll be for hours, and there'll be silver being given out. I know gold is heavy, and I know 20 ounces of gold right now would be smaller, but it would still weigh the same because it's still just an ounce. But man, holding 20 ounces of metal in your hand at one time, silver just for some reason just makes you feel good. I mean, it's a great conductor. It just resonates through my body for some reason. I carry silver with me every day. I have pocket silver. That's what it's called, pocket silver. I carry 2 ounces of silver with me on a daily basis in my front left pocket, jangling around all day long. Hey, anytime you come in, Rhonda is always welcoming. But I was just telling you guys that when I actually get to 500, which it won't actually, I hope it won't take me too long, because I mean the 100 to 250 sprint was the harder part. Seemed more like a long drawn out relay race in middle school that I didn't want to have to run. But I got through it, broke the crown. I broke the 400 mark. Was it like 417 last time I saw? So, I mean, and it's organic growth, which is really cool because that means that the people who want to follow me want to see my stuff. They come into my lives like you guys have. They support me, which is great because that just means that it's real and it's not fake. 417. Nice. Nice. So one more than I thought. Organic growth is better. So you can rush to get to 1,000 subs, but if you've got only 2 people in your live, it doesn't matter. I only got 6 right now, so, but I get it. It's kind of late. People are around and they're not around. I've had people come in and leave. I know AAA's here because right now for AAA, he's an hour behind us. So he's got a whole extra hour to screw around that I don't. But AAA, that's right, man. Brother, you are the man. Silent Silver, what's up? Give me a second, brother. Let me make you a Smurf. All right, boom, you're blue. Silent Surfer, I just went live so I could go over the 42 ounces I picked up today. Joseph Lopez. I appreciate you, man. Curtis, you're 2 or 3 hours ahead of me. I believe you're 3 ahead of me, so that would make it 10:30 for me. Yeah, East Coast, baby. You're welcome, Joseph. What's up with YouTube being up so late? How old is Silent Silver? 135 for you, Rhonda? Yeah. You guys are on the same timeline. I found that a lot of the YouTube community is further east than I am. I'm in Seattle. I'm right on the West Coast. No, well then. Well, then if he's over 18, I mean, he could be in California right now dealing with a curfew. It's Benny season for me. Can't get in the mountains. I'm trying to figure out what Benny season is, Curtis. I'm feeling dumb right now. You're going to tell me, and I'm going to be feeling stupid. Oh, awesome. Do you always yell everything you say, Rhonda? April Davis, how we doing? I was just talking about your poker chip. Oh, so are you talking to text? I was just talking about how I purchased one of your poker chips tonight, April. And I got triple A's. I opened up the mail call yesterday. Sorry, AAA, I've been sitting here for a few days before I opened her up, but you were the swag king, AAA. Oh, you're welcome, April. I was just actually telling everybody here that you stream your whatnot on YouTube, and I went over and I saw you tonight and picked up one of your poker chips. Oh, I didn't even bother telling them that I picked up some of the baseball cards, and there's a chance, chat, there's a chance AAA will know. 1989, who was the rookie in 89 that was the big man? That's right, baby, Ken Griffey Jr. I bought a 1988 and a 1989 Fleer baseball pack sealed from April Davis. So fingers crossed, maybe it might be my lucky day. Epic mail call for you, Curtis, on Sunday? Awesome, brother. No, you're good, Rhonda. Yeah, I can't wait. I told April, because I know she's in chat. April, I will tell you if I do get anything special out of that pack. And I, I do know how big of a hit that would be to you if something did come up. So I will tell you. I will tell you now, okay, that if I get a Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card in that Fleer deck, I will send it to you. Go get yourself some liquid gold, Cheddar. So I know you like to drink that Miller, I believe it is. Miller High Life, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen in your videos. Liquid Cheddars, baby. Liquid Cheddars. April Davis, did you hear me? Yeah, man, but I cannot believe I landed this 5-ounce round for $70 in that guy's room. What a score. Golden State Mint, Year of the Dragon, 5-ounce round, $70. It's a steal. Debating on whether I'm going to take the color off this 1-ounce bar. It is a Postal Express Mint Pirate Legends, 1 ounce. It's got, was that Billy Big Bones? Don't know anything about this series. All I know is that it's 1 ounce of silver. But that is quite the haul, boys and girls, for 2 weeks. What? This? This is a 5-ounce round I won on Whatnot off of a guy's for $70. 12 spots. I paid $70 for. Got 5 harpoons, and I was the last man standing. 5 troy ounces. For $70? Yeah, it was a pretty good deal. And got this Billy Bones 1 ounce bar as well. I got this and 4 quarters off of his. I spent $60 on his site. And today I got the 42 ounces in today, so I got the 4 5-ounce rounds, 10 bars, this 5-ounce bar. So on that guy's wheel, I run 12 spots is what I won. And that's how much I spent total on the 12 spots. So, I don't know if you're watching or not, Rhonda, but I'll just say it. I spent $70 on 12 spots. 2 of the spots were $4. One of them was $3. A couple of them were $8, $9. But total, I spent $70. And you can see on 3 spins, I got a spot back to back to back on 3 spins. I stopped over and saw MLZB and Cash Money and Jenny tonight for a few minutes before I came on. Yeah, it was my night that night. So 70, 60 with a dollar face. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So 70, 60, and $1 face. So 70 and 60. So I got 6 ounces of silver and $1 face for $130. Which this alone is worth $62 on its own, just for the ounce of silver and the $1 face, and then the 5-ounce bar itself that I got for $70. So that was a complete win night right there. I used to do their races all the time. I love going over and seeing those guys and doing their races. Silver is up, and it's only going to keep going up until it goes down for a little bit. But the new floor has pretty much been established at $35 an ounce. So if people are waiting for it to dip below 30 again, the chances of that happening are so minute that you're going to miss the bus, because gold's going to get to a point where people are not going to be able to afford it, even the rich, and they're going to go to a secondary metal, and that's going to be silver. And by that time, anybody who's waiting to jump on board, it's going to be too late. So that's how it typically goes. And that's why most stackers are stackers. They stack for when that time happens, thinking that time will eventually happen. And people have been stacking for years, waiting for a time like this, and here it is. The problem is when you hear your neighbor talking about it, by then it's too late. I have known Slim to None multiple times. I've been on Slim to None's side of the board a lot of times. They've been rather good friends of mine because I've missed that boat before. I was on an Alaskan cruise 8.5 years ago talking to a guy who was a Bitcoin farmer. And he was telling me how he could get me into a Bitcoin farm and it would be making me money instantly, but it would cost me $3,000. What up, 3D Woodworks? Thanks for coming in, brother. I didn't want to invest the $3,000 because I didn't believe in Bitcoin. Welcome to my Slim to None story. Yeah, I know. Hindsight's 50-50, right? Then you got that guy who's been digging in that landfill for however many years now because he threw away that hard drive. Lisa, have a good night. You know, dig away. Do whatever you want to do. Are you sure it's even in that landfill? Yes, that's the one I'm talking about. Yeah, the guy in the dump still looking for his hard drive, who has spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars, trying to find that thing. Because somebody threw it away when they were cleaning the house or something? Yeah. Yeah, what a very, very expensive mistake. But then you think about the guy who was getting tipped 5 and 6 Bitcoin for delivering pizzas when they first came out. And the guy who was paying 12 and 15 Bitcoin to buy the pizza. I mean, how insane is that? Think about that. Here's a missed the boat story. My stepmom, been married to my dad for years before he passed, but my stepmom, her brother, many, many, many years ago, was looking for a job in the Kirkland area, walking around filling out applications. Went to a gas station, filled out an application. What bars do I have in here? I'll show you in a second. Was filling out applications all over the place. Gas station, stopped by because he saw in the paper that this new startup was hiring for a maintenance kid. Hi, Deneen. The startup was called Microsoft. So he goes and he applies at Microsoft as well. Gets a call from Microsoft to start work. He declines the job and goes and applies and gets the job at the gas station because they offered him 15 cents more an hour. Yep. So these bottom 10 are just Sunshine Mints, just regular old Sunshine Mints. Some of them are much shinier because these are my newer ones that I have in there. You know, you got a couple of older ones, but I have a couple of newer ones in there. Right? So most of these are Sunshine Mints. Got a couple of Apex in there. There's your Apex. Got another just, what is that one? Who's that? Made in the USA. It looks like another Sunshine Mint. Got some Year of the Snake from Asahi in that one. Got another one of those other ones. I got an old Silvertown bar. I like vintage silver, so the older the better. Minimum wage under $1 when you started working. I grew up in Oregon. Minimum wage was $3.25 an hour when I started working down there. And I worked for the Parks Department. The minute I could, started working legally at 14. I could work the summers. But I was raising hogs from the age of 9 to 15 to earn my school clothes money. Year of the Dragon. And then 4 more Year of the Snakes. And these actually match the Year of the Snake bar that I got from the same LCS. And spot was $33.50 at the time. So $335 worth of spot silver. He sold me that bar for $340. So he made $5 on it. You're so old you can't remember what you were. Whatever. I'm older than people think I am. But then again, I'm probably not as old as I like to think that I am. Or portray that I am. But I know all of you guys out there are nowhere near as old as you portray that you are either. Even when you think you're old, you're really not. Yeah, so I was able to finish this tube up today with those other 10 ounces. So this tube is now full. Now having a full tube of 10-ounce bars is fucking nice, man. It is sick. I wanted to get more stacker material. Like this will fit in the safe still. I'm going to keep it in the box like it is. I'm going to probably get more of these 5-ounce bars. They're so clean. And they would stack so nice in the safe. "3D, have a good night, man. Appreciate you coming in." Let me know how the print goes on that too. And your stuff will be in the mail here in the next day or so. Yeah, I am. Oh, fuck. Hate to say it, but I'm creeping on 47. Yeah, Silent, you taking off? Cool, man. Cool. Hit me up later. Have a good night. Get some rest. Go full throttle on it, Humble. Yeah, okay, so I turned 47 in December. Feel like I'm 87 sometimes. Laughing at me, Rhonda. That's cool. You know, I work with a whole bunch of young people. Night, Silent Silver. I appreciate you coming in. Have a good night. I feel you, Curtis. I feel you, man. I fell at work a few weeks back and fell on my back. Well, not like fell on my flat on my back, but you know, I tripped over something and gracefully fell like a retard, excuse my language, onto the floor and hurt myself at work and bruised my tailbone pretty bad. Doctor said it would have been better if I'd have broken it than to bruise it the way I did, I guess. "30 surgeries. Holy crap, you guys." I know, Deneen, you had something recently with your leg, if I'm not mistaken. Put you down for quite some time, it looked like. So I chipped my scapula, and that's the very outside of your collarbone, right where it goes into your shoulder. I chipped that skating one time, and I have a boxer's fracture right here on my left side. from being an idiot when I was a kid, punching a wall and broke. I hit a 4x4 and broke my hand. I know you will. I know you will, Deneen. Just don't push it too bad so you can still heal, because that's what it needs. It needs time, right? Have a good night, Silent Silver. But I get it. I get it. After my aneurysm, I was laid up in the hospital for 3 weeks in the ICU, and that was a very, very humbling experience because I'm a working man, dude. You don't go unless it's broken, right? Well, I was broken, and it's hard to admit that, And I was looking for work 2 weeks after getting out of the. I was looking for work 2 weeks after getting out of the hospital, and I wasn't right. My head wasn't straight. And I've never failed an interview, and I failed two of them in a row. And I realized at that point that I needed more time. So I took more time and started work at Walmart because Walmart will hire anybody. It was my thought process at the time, and got promoted the first day to front end manager because I had cash handling experience. Worked there for a year, realized that I would still be a viable part of the workforce, but I couldn't get back into what I was doing. I was a banker and doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah, wow, Curtis. Hang in there, man. Jesus. You learn a lot about stuff after you almost die. It sounds like a lot of people in this room's gone through some situations to make it sure that you we could have. I think you asked me one time, Rhonda, where mine was, and I told you it was in my brain, and I believe you said yours was in your chest. If I'm not mistaken. One thing that I am very, very blessed about when it came to the aneurysm is I knew there was something wrong. I didn't just take some Tylenol and go to sleep like they said, like, most people do. I didn't make my way to the ER like the EMS told me to after I called them and they came and checked me out. I knew there was something wrong, and I pressed my dad to call those guys back, and he did, and they came and got me, and it saved my fucking life. I should sue, and I could have. It's probably been years since, and nothing happened the wrong way, but I could have sued that EMS department because you do not diagnose people. You take them to the hospital like you're supposed to. Period. Yeah, I feel you, Curtis. I feel you, brother. You're a fighter, and that's one good thing. That's what everybody in this room right now, everybody in this room that is chatting with me right now, you guys are all fighters. You're all fighters, and that's why you're here. And I'm not a super huge religious person, but things do happen for a reason. And I do know that there's a reason why I have found certain people in this community as well. I do know that through that whole aneurysm situation, somebody was looking over my shoulder and decided it wasn't my time. Triple A, I didn't realize you were still here, brother. You're just lurking in the background. You're listening. I appreciate you for still being here, man. So I just want all of you to know, and I'm starting to fucking cry because I'm a little crybaby. You guys, you bring me strength. Believe it or not, you bring me strength. Your support keeps me doing what I do. And who knew that there was going to be 417 people out there that gave a shit about what my fucking ass does? You know? So people coming, hitting my messages, leaving comments, thumbs up, watching my videos, stopping by on my lives and chatting with me. It Dude, I'm a single male living by myself. I get my kids every single weekend. My ex-wife bleeds every ounce of money she can out of me and every inch of my life. My whole life is work, come home, do what I can, and go back to work. And I do it all for my kids. It's all I really do shit for is my kids so I can support them. But you guys make it so I can keep fighting. You make it so I want to fight. Keep doing what I do. So thank you all. You're all fighters. You're all survivors. You're all family in my book. Do you want to know why, Curtis? I tell this to all you guys who have subscribers, who have seen yourself grow on your subscriber list the way that you are. And if you're anybody that I've dealt with or talked to, hear it all. The reason, Curtis, the reason you have 200 starting in February, I started in January, I think, is you just started being able to do lives and started doing videos and stuff. You're likable. People want to hear you on the YouTube. AAA, when you do videos, dude, you're awesome. You don't do enough videos, but you are so supportive. You are such a supportive person in the community. It's insane. You know, all of you guys, that's the reason why you have what you have. That's the reason Bob grew the way he did. Because you're likable people and you need somebody to just tell you that do what you do and you will find people because you will have people that gravitate to you because that's what you do. That's right, AAA, you're a fucking pimp. People will gravitate to you because if you're a likable person, people will want to be around you. You know, you guys are my and I never thought that I would ever have people that I would chat regularly with or find commonalities with when I was here starting this whole YouTube journey. And yet I have found people in more than one community that care, that are nice, that are supportive and only want to see you grow. And they've never even met you before. They've only talked to you on this chat. You know, they've never met you in person. They were shaking your hand. They've never fist bumped you or given you a hug or anything, you know? And I get support like that from people here online in YouTube, which is amazing. It's amazing. Dude, my daughter told me, Dad, you should film yourself panning for gold like you do and put it on YouTube. That's amazing, Curtis. I'm glad you did it. I am. I'm glad you did it. I'm glad I've had the opportunity to meet you. Rhonda, I'm glad I've had the opportunity to talk to you as well. And Deneen, you guys, you're here on my lives. We've talked in multiple chats before. You're welcoming, you're friendly, you've never been dismissive. You know, what more can you ask for? If I had L4 and 5 taken out, think I took it? Damn right, had God. Good for you. L, welcome in. Or Ellie, I'm sorry. Is it L or Ellie? Please tell me. Thumbs up if it's L, thumbs down if it's Ellie, so I know. L. Okay. Just wanted to make sure because I've always pronounced it or thought it was L, and I've heard Michael Stacking call you Ellie. You were one of my first 100 subs, Rhonda. I appreciate you. You know, Tuli, for instance. Tuli, I didn't know it. She was like my second sub. I think my daughter was my first sub, and Ellie happened to be my, or Tuli happened to be my second sub. Yeah, if you looked at me, you knew I was never late for supper. Yeah, so she sent me, I got my dime from Tuli, right? Because I won a dime in her stream the other day. When with her and MSJ, they did the giveaway and I won a dime. Let me show you it. Hold on a second. Honestly, it's not what I expected. 100% not what I expected. And I'll tell you why. This what I got from her. It says humble 6125. Congrats, Tuli. Right? It's a proof Jefferson. Right? Super sick. It's clad. No, not to complain. It's a free coin and it's a good looking coin, but it's not silver. I thought I won silver. But it is what it is. I'm not complaining. I'm just making a statement. Oh, you know what? No shit. I looked at it wrong. This is 100% silver. I'm an idiot. I didn't want to break it, but I broke the seal. Check it out. It is 100% silver. It's a proof silver Jefferson. That is sick. Yeah, she got me. So she never emails whenever she gets anything. I sent her my swag pack with the everything. She never emailed me, so I had to like bug her in chat one day. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? She's like, yes, humble, I got it. So she sends me on her package. She says, hey, humble, email me and let me know you get the dime. I'm like, yeah, I'll email you like you email me, Thule. Now I got to email her and I got to tell her that I got the dime and it's sick as shit and thank you because it's a fucking proof Jefferson that's silver. And I was looking at it wrong the whole time. It was nice. Oh, I'm sure she is. I'm sure she is. I'm just glad she got it to me. And she's super cool. She sends me swag and everything that she does and everything she writes on always has a heart on it. She does everything exactly the same way. Thule is awesome. I don't even know what she does. I guess she's in automotive, like manufacturing or something. Looking for a flip or something. There we go. I was gonna say I know I've got something around here, and it's kind of big for this, but that's all right. It's gonna be in a protector. All right. So it's in a protector now. It's in a super huge flip, but it's at least in a covering, so I'll get it in a cardboard flip here soon enough. My mod over on Whatnot sent these to me. I thought these were pretty cool. Some Madonna gold foils. I was letting you know right now she's not much of a material girl with her depictions on these things. I like crazy shit. Of course I like crazy shit. Don't you? This coin is just sick though. I've never had a $2 bar coin, and I thought this was cool when he gave it to me. Rhonda, when's your birthday? You say July 12th? July 24th. Pretty close. Well, it's not every day a young lady turns 21 now, is it? Curtis, you see this toner? Did I show you the toner? You're obviously not talking to me, Curtis, right? You got your first ever 1 ounce bar from T-Bird? Was it silver or copper? Send me whatever you want, Curtis. I'll return the favor. I'll flip it back. But I'm down with that. Silver bar. Oh, it says silver bar. I'm sorry, I didn't even read that part. I just saw 1 ounce bar from T-Bird. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. Now, I'll tell you, Deneen, there is nothing greater than finishing a tube. My phone might be dying. Deneen, don't rush. Do it as you need to. Just remember, stack what you can when you can. Don't press it. Don't put yourself out by any means. But I can honestly say in most cases, whether it be a dime or a quarter or a 50-cent piece or a dollar constitutional or a 1 ounce piece or whatever it is that you're doing, if you do it a couple of times and you realize that that doesn't hurt your budget, and then you can make it more of a common thing. 1 ounce a week turns into 52 ounces a year, and next thing you know, you're at 104. Or you say, hey, I can go from 1 to 2, just whatever works best for you. Don't hurt yourself. Only use funds that you would have blown on something that you don't need, whether it be a coffee, whether it be this, or whether it be that. There's ways to save money, to do those things, to find ways to stack. So if you want it to be your passion, you will make it happen. But don't put yourself out any way, shape, or form to do what you want to do. You start off small, watch it grow, but start is the hardest part. Deneen, the fact that you got one and it's on your horizon makes me proud already. Just do you, and do yourself a favor. Do not ever compare your stack to another person's, because you are not in the same position they are. You don't know what they've got going. You know what your position is, and you know what's comfortable for you. So you work what's comfortable for you, and you will watch it grow. I guarantee it. Curtis, you will be getting your first piece here soon enough, sir. I can almost guarantee you that. Things just happen to happen sometimes, my friend. Now, honestly, Curtis, whether it's a 1 ounce bar like this, whether it's a 2 ounce pour from someone that means something, Woodsy, what's up, my man? Yeah, so what exactly did you win, Curtis? Is it a round or a bar? How you doing, Woodsy? You just getting home from work, brother? Pour? That's sick. That is sick. Pours are awesome, brother. Pours are awesome. How was work today, Woodsy? 1 gram round Bugs Bunny. Nice. What are you confused about? It could still be a round Graham Bunny. $1 gram Buggy Bunny. Well, oh. The only time Bugs Bunny confused me is when he got me to think that it was duck hunting season instead of rabbit hunting season. It's because he's tricky with the signage and stuff. 1 ounce. Okay. I thought you said 1 ounce earlier in the chat too. So a 1 gram Bugs Bunny round. It's all right, bro. That's all right. You're allowed to have as many liquid cheddars as you want, my friend. So Woodsy still in the chat, bro? There you are. We're going over some of the silver I got today. I picked up 40 ounces or 42 ounces of silver today. $2:30 a.m. That just means you guys are closing the bars. That's all. That's where the after party is. 10:30 in Alaska. Yeah, you're on the same time as AAA, which means it's 11:30 my time. Which means I can still cook for a while. You are the bar? Nice. L, I'm assuming you're probably in the Oklahoma range? Okay. I was just a few states away. Nah, Woodsy is down under. He's in Australia. Woodsy is, what is it? Woodsy is 15 hours ahead of me on my timeline. Yeah, so it is 4:30 p.m. Friday. His day is already way ahead of mine. Now the weird thing is, if he were to fly east instead of west, he would go back a day. Or yeah, he would go back a day. Really weird. 15, no, it's 11 my time right now. So if it's 4:30 your time, that puts me at 15 hours. 12. No, 17. It is 17. You're right. 17. My math was off. I already worked my 12 today. I still haven't gotten my sleep. I work at Discount Tire. It's 100 miles an hour from the minute you start to the time you stop. Most days. We have our slow days, but most days it's like that. There's always a tire to be balanced, a tire to be repaired, a tire to be sold. Oh, at work, a slow day, well, there's always something to do, so slow days do drag, but busy does make your day fly by a whole lot faster. That is a fact. But, it is what it is. Days are days. I go to work, I punch my clock, I take care of customers and make them happy and safe all day. And I go home. I get it, man. You could be a birder. You could be a birder though. Woodsy. You could just be into birding. And you just like the kook as your mascot or whatnot. You're good, brother. You know what you should do? You should have like Paul Hogan as your thing up there. Maybe people will get it if you're Crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife. Now that's a knife. No problem, bro. I'll get something out to you too, Curtis. Do you want me to wait till I get that one and then send, or just do a simultaneous back and forth? All right. Well, I'll wait. I'll wait to see it, man, and then we'll just go from there, Curtis. Have a good night, brother. Okay. All right, man. Have a good night. Get some rest. I'll sit you in chat tomorrow, bro. Yeah. So, Woodsy, I know the camera is kind of bad when it comes to the glare on these, but I got 4 5-ounce rounds I went to the shop thinking he was just going to give me bars, and that I was plenty fine with that as well. But he gave me this collector set. It's the Saturday Evening Post, so it's older, from like 1990 is when it was made. It's a Norman Rockwell commemorative set. With 4 different faces. You've got a pitcher. It's got the dugout. It's got bottom of the 6th inning, and then the rookie and the backside all right here. It's a collector's edition. It was made March of 1990. It's a proof set, so they're all very high relief and proofs. 0.999 fine, 4 pieces of 5-ounce Troy, and there was only 2,500 of them minted. So I was just thinking I was getting regular bars, and he pulled this set out for me. But they're sick. I don't know if you can get a good view of that. So this is the pitcher. You can see his leg up as he's getting ready to throw the ball. And the back side, this is what they look like. Here, hold it down so maybe you can get a better angle at it. Down, 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 Todd. There we go. Get a better angle of it. Sorry, Rhonda. I wasn't trying to... Flashbacks! No! I wasn't trying to make you not see very well. I'm sorry. But mirrors, man. Mirrors. So that's just the picture one, and all 4 of them are like that. Only 2,500 of them minted. This is clearly a collector set. So now I'm kind of torn. I'm torn. Do I keep them and hold on to them? Because they'll be valuable to a coin collector and a baseball fan. Or do I just hold on to them for the bullion value, because that's why I bought them? But I completely made out on this set because I know I can sell them for way more than the silver content here. Because the silver content puts me at about $725. I know I can get more for that for this. The silver content will put me at about $725. You have a good night, Deneen. And I hope to see you again soon, which I know I will. Take it easy. Please don't push it with the right leg. I think it's the knee. Take it easy, okay? Oh, you want to know how much I paid for all this? Is that what you're asking me? I bought all 42 ounces at the same time. But he sold it to me for bullion pricing. All of it. All 42 ounces. Including this Lion bar. The 9 fine 5-ounce bar. The Perth mint bar. He sold them all to me for bullion pricing. So Spot at the time was $36.62. Doing the math, I paid $36.72 per ounce. I paid 10 cents more per ounce than spot pricing. Right? That is a great deal. But every time I go in there, he gives me great deals. When I bought this, spot was $33.50. He charged me $340 for it. He charged me 50 cents over spot per ounce. No, he just gave me the set. I was going in expecting just regular bars. He gave me the set instead of regular bars. Now, I'm not sure if he's trying to build a relationship with me as much as I'm trying to build a relationship with him, but it sure seems like it. I don't know if he just likes my consistent business or what, but I think it's cool that he gave me that for the deal that he did. I mean, that's insane. On a 42 ounce sale, he only made $4.10 per ounce. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate you coming in. Thank you for stopping by. Hey, when I walk in the door, he says, "Hey Todd, what's up?" If that's the type of relationship you have with your LCS, then I think it's a win-win all the way across the board, right? Because I'm getting screaming deals on silver. Either he know man crush, whatever. There's no bromance going on here, okay? But I'll be honest with you, when I walk in the door, he knows that I'm there to buy. So he's hooking it up. He knows I have a YouTube channel. He knows I go on and I talk about the stuff that I pick up. So he could just be cash poor. And when I walk in the door, he knows I'm good for a couple $100 worth of cash or a few $100 worth of cash when I walk in the door. Or in this case, what it is, you know what I mean? You know what? I don't have a problem doing that. I would do that for him all day long. there's nobody around me that would be able to go to him. I mean, but there's a few prospectors that are close to me. There's only one that I know that would drive to him that's close enough to where they could just drive and go to him. But he is the Coin Market LLC on 164th and Linwood. He's a little hole in the wall, but I'll be honest with you, man. You walk in the door, he's got this huge pit bull that just walks up and he's all roly-poly and he's just the cutest little dude, and he's friendly as shit. Yeah, I was playing with him today. He was jumping on me and having a good old time, and it's a friendly environment. The dog's cool, he's cool, the woman who helps him is cool. I don't know if it's a significant other or not, but it doesn't matter to me. She's cool. She doesn't know me like he does. He knows my name. I just think that she thinks I'm just a person, which to her I am, which is fine because she's not the owner. He is. She asks him what the prices are. He tells her what's what. So you go to the top. I could. He knows I sell on. He knows I sell on Whatnot as well, and I could do auctions from the store, and I bet I could actually make him some money. But it just depends on what he would want to do. I mean, I guess I could talk to him about it. I didn't think about doing it, maybe, but I could. It's not a bad idea. Honestly, what I should do is set him up with Pure Metals. Yeah, I sell on Whatnot. It's TH Stacker, Woodsy. Instead of the Humble Stacker here, it's just TH Stacker there. Whatnot is an auction site like eBay is. Seeing how eBay takes hours and days, Whatnot takes 30 seconds. But I am still super stoked over this 5-ounce round I got. Woodsy, I won this 5-ounce round on Whatnot. I paid $70. I know, but I don't know what his name is. I know that I know somebody popped into my channel one day and said he knew me. And I asked him, and he said he knew me from another platform. And I asked him if it was YouTube, and he said yes. And I asked him if he followed me. He said no. Guess? Have a guess? I don't know. Oxland, Oregon Auctions? Or Ashland, Oregon Auctions? Well, that's cool. Good for him. He was talking about doing it. He was talking about doing it every Wednesday or something like that. If I felt welcome to his stream, I would stop by sometime, but I just don't feel welcome over there, so I don't. So. B. Waller was telling me that I should just stop by and say hi, and that Ronnie will be okay with it. And honestly, if Ronnie wanted me to stop by, he would have messaged me. He doesn't care that I'm not there. Well, if you'd have read what he said on Discord, then you would have understood why I got that vibe. Why? I think that if he wanted me to be there, he'd have texted me or messaged me. He's the one that, dude. He's the one that got mad at me. All I did was excited that I was going live for the first time and said it on the Discord. That's all I said. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The channel, like, I left his channel. I guarantee you, I'm one subscriber. He does not give a shit if I'm fucking there. Even though I was there on every one of his lives, I was contributing to every one of his lives monetarily as well. I don't feel welcome there. So why would I stop by? If he messaged me and said I was welcome, then maybe I would. But he hasn't done that, so why would I? He made me feel unwelcome. I'm not going to run to him. There is so much YouTube out there. I'm so busy now, I don't have fucking time for him anyways. I'm involved in 50 other fucking channels. And I liked Ronnie. I liked Sheila. What up, Tio? I liked all the girls. I liked everybody there. B and Becky has come over and hung out. Sheila hasn't, but B and Becky has come over and hung out. Um, uh, Kim has come over and hung out. Multiple people have come over and hung out from there. B Waller's come over and hung out, but he has yet to say anything to me, so it's cool. What's up, Tio? What are you doing? That's cool. It's still, I'm on the West Coast, so it's still a little early for me. It's still a little early for AAA. Well, not super early, but earlier than you, that's for sure. Earlier than me, even. But now we're just chilling, going over some silver that I got. It's cool. I get it. People unfortunately use people for things and then forget about them and move on. And, you know, my mod was a mod for another person and she kept getting yelled at and disrespected. And said she was tired of it. So she left that person and came over. And every day she's there, I tell her how much I appreciate what she does because having somebody mod for you, I mean, I'm not paying her. So, I mean, having somebody mod for you and control the flow of what's going on for your stream to help you out, it means way more to somebody that's running a live than you think. AAA, you going to bed, man? Night, bro. It is a job. It is a job, and it's work. Like, I wasn't a technical sub for somebody, but I was blue, and I was tagging everybody's channel in the chat. I was making people known. I was making sure, and you know, it is work because you're constantly tagging, you're out of the stream, you're in the stream, out of the stream, in the stream, boom, 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 doing shit back and forth. It's rough. So listen, I don't care if mods are there in every live. The benefit to having a mod is it helps with the flow of traffic. Now, most people only have one or two designated mods who can control most of everything. I make everybody blue so you all can go to each other's channels. If anybody disrespects anybody in this channel, you shouldn't be here in the first place. And that there's something obviously going on that's a huge misunderstanding, because anybody who's related or involved in me has all been very cool. So something deeper is going on in that case. You know, so if there's a squabble going on, then it's something going on outside of anything going on really in the chat. It just happened to carry over to chat. You know, but most people that I deal with are super chill and super cool. And there's no reason to be arguing about shit. Most of the time when you have a mod in chat, it's to get rid of a troller or some dick. Now, we know if there's a troller or some dick coming into chat because they're not blue and we've never seen them before. You know, so the people that come in that have chatted with other people that I've seen on other streams, if they come in and they're not blue, they're getting turned blue. But yeah, leave your shit at the fucking door. I don't need it. Nobody here needs it. We're all here to have a good time and to chill. I ain't here to be a fucking babysitter. And that's what a mod's supposed to do on a main channel, is to be a babysitter. I don't need that. If you can't handle your own shit, just go ahead and leave. Come back when you feel better. Come back after you've smoked a joint or taken a shot or done whatever it is that you need to do to chill the fuck out. That's how I see it. Go do whatever it is that you need to do. Walk out, take a deep breath, fucking goose fromba yourself, whatever. I don't give a shit. But fucking be a different person before you come back. Be the person that I made blue. Yeah, well, trolls suck, you know? Dude, T.O., I'm gonna be honest with you, okay? So, like, after the aneurysm, it takes a lot, bro. Like, a lot, okay? And edibles never really did anything for me. So, here we are, right? You're talking about edibles the other night. Okay, well, I had some edibles sent up to me from California. Okay, well, the edibles in Washington can only be 10 milligrams a piece. Okay, what milligram edibles are you eating? Okay, so in California, the gummies are 100 milligrams a piece, and you can get 5 per pack, right? Okay, this guy came into my store in Shoreline, and he just had packs and packs and packs of Sour Patch Kid 100 milligram ones out of California. Okay, gummies don't affect me, dude. I ate 5 of those, 5 of them. Nothing. Nothing. It just doesn't do it. And ever since the aneurysm, it like hit my tolerance spot or wherever the pop was, man. Because like I can super drink, I can super smoke, and like just keep going like the Energizer Bunny, and it's like 1/10 of what it used to be. Yeah, everything is as heavy as possible. I'm a straight indica guy, and it needs to be as heavy as possible. And nothing really does the trick completely. So it just sucks. But yeah, check these things out. So these say 24 karat right there on the bottom. 24 karat gold. But you don't know how much gold's in it. You know, you just don't know how much gold's actually in the foil itself. Melted these down, these particular ones. Yeah. Did he actually get the gold out of the? I mean, I'm sure he did because I've watched a lot of his videos. He's really good. But you can't be some asshole like me buying chemicals and a fucking air controlled box to suck the fumes out and fucking start pulling gold out like that guy does. He's been doing it for a long time, and he's been perfecting his methods for a long time. You can't just hop in and do that. But I've thought about it, man. I've got all kinds of stuff around here for gold recovery. You just got two of the gold 100-gram Liberties. The 100-gram Liberties. The Goldbacks. I'm confused. I don't know what you're talking about, Rhonda. The 100 grams is 3 1/3 ounces. So you're talking 3 1/3 ounces of gold in a Liberty round or bar. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, okay. Well, 100 grams is over 3 ounces. probably closer to, I would say probably closer to 11.5 to 12, Woodsy. You're talking $3,400 an ounce right now. Probably around 11, something like that. Pretty close. Your money's different than ours, though. So fast on the conversion. $5K an ounce there. Oh yeah, because everywhere in the world the gold price is so much higher than it is here in the U.S. Well, that's because of the conversion rate as well. But it is up. Silver's up in just about every country as well. The U.S. is the only one that's been suppressing all those prices for all those years. And all the other banks are taking advantage of it by taking our shorts. The short positions, I mean. It's a lot, would be. So, Tio, are you still in the room? I picked up 42 ounces of silver earlier. And last week, I won this on a wheel. This is a 5-ounce round. I won this for $70. 5-ounce rounds are probably selling for about 180 right now, maybe a little more because of the premium. I won this 1-ounce bar on Whatnot as well, and $1 face. I picked this up. Oh, okay. You had me tripping for a minute there, Rhonda. I was like, there's no way you bought 3 ounces of gold or 3 1/3 ounces of gold in a foil like that. But you never know. The biggest one I've seen is the 1/10 of an ounce is the biggest foil I've seen. But you could have had something that I haven't seen before, so that would make complete sense. I mean, I haven't seen everything. But I picked this up. It's a 5-ounce bar. Small and compact, but a lot of pores are. 10 bars, and check these out. I was going in just expecting like regular 10-ounce bars, but he pulled this commemorative silver set out. They're 5-ounce rounds. They're a Norman Rockwell commemorative set. from the Saturday Evening Post. These were made in 1990. He pulled these out and gave them to me at bullion price, pretty much. Is my head not registering this right? Isn't that what her 100 converts to 1/10? So she said it's 1,000 milligrams. I believe she said it was. I wish you could post pictures in chat. Oh, that's cool. So those are the Norman Rockwells. And I know that he sold them to me at bullion prices, but I know they're worth more to a collector. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, if I'm just going to hold on to them or sell them to some sort of collector or something like that. But with the 42 and the extra 2, I picked up 48 ounces of silver in the last week and a half, 2 weeks. No, I don't sell them to a collector. I just hold on to them. Cold feet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know, because you be posting pictures of feet and toes all the time. But I wish you could post pictures of like things that people find, like respectfully posting pictures. Yes, I do. But there was only 2,500 of these made. .99 fine. I thought it was pretty cool that you pulled that out and sold it to me for bullion pricing. Yeah, you would almost think so. Yeah, I thought so too. Pretty cool. And with those extra 10 bars, I was able to fill my tube. So it fills up now and it's full. And this one here is a bar, but it has a face value on it. So that makes it a coin. So it's a square coin. Which is pretty cool. Square coins are awesome. Yeah, it was a total score. Especially the price. The price is probably the best part of the whole thing, honestly. You should start stacking silver. Curtis got himself some silver. He won tonight. Deneen got herself her first silver round. She got, or silver pour she got from T-Bird stacking coming. Bunch of people are starting to get into stacking. You should start doing it, Chris. Tio. And like Bob said, and it's true, do you still have it? Like I was saying, like Bob said, and it's true, silver is still shiny and it is cheaper than gold. So, for your personal side, it's a way to feed the dragon and not actually spend money because you're just kind of moving it from one vehicle to the other. Yay. SSM, welcome in. How are you today? Smurfed up SSM. You wouldn't be stacking it, or you wouldn't be able to stack it, Woodsy. You wouldn't. Yeah, I'm like you wouldn't be stacking it or be able to. Well, why wouldn't you stack it? If you could afford it, why wouldn't you stack it? Because of its price? Because at that point, you would just try to find something different because most people would. If silver becomes too expensive, then they'll be looking to go to something else. Yeah, well, I mean, look, if silver was anywhere near the price of gold as well, I wouldn't be able to stack it. That's the reason why I'm stacking silver instead of gold, right? So that's the whole thing is I stack enough silver to hopefully get to the gold. So you stack silver, wait till the GSR changes, which is the gold to silver ratio, and then trade silver in for gold. So picking up this 42 ounces at the time that I did is good because the GSR is starting to drop, right? So at the point it is that it keeps going down and down and down with the price of silver going up, the price of gold staying flat, it's making it so it takes less ounces of silver to get to an ounce of gold. And that's what we want. We want the GSR to be in the 60 range. Copper's going to have a big move this year, anyways. I was listening to another guy who was talking about, he's like, look, I'm a silver guy. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a positions guy, and I'll be honest with you, I'm making money on copper right now because it's growing percentage wise most than other metals are. Because copper's a conductor as well, and it's undervalued also. If you think about it, most of the things that we're producing now when it comes to the amount of electronics that we're using, all of the pressure conductive metals are going to start being way more valuable than they were before. Silver starting to make its move. Copper will be next. Platinum will be on the board as well soon. I only imagine that with the AI technology and everything that we're doing, that all these other things and precious metals are going to be in much higher demand. So that's going to make their value much higher. So you are 100% accurate. It's going to happen that way. It always does. Just most of the time, it's people running from gold to silver, but with silver being or gold being at its high and being at the high that it is, and for as long as it has, there's going to be less people running to silver or gold and more people running to silver. And then when silver makes it to a point where they can't afford it, it's going to be copper or whatnot, just like you said. Problem with gold is just like, or with copper is it's like $8 a pound or some shit like that. But they want $3 a round for a 1 ounce round when you're buying one from somewhere. So the premiums on the copper are substantial. Be doing a race for a 1 ounce gold ASE for Santiago. Big race. Aqua Donkey, welcome in. You sell almost as much silver painted as you do gold lately. Yeah, I bet you would. So that ASE SSM, is that because are you talking because it's if it's the Liberty, it's not an ASE. Because ASE stands for American Silver Eagle. So you're talking about some lady on it. I got you. I got you. I know what you're talking about then. For a 1 ounce, that is a huge race. When is that? Yeah, well they've had hydrogen running technology for a long time, Woodsy. And this is what you're talking, right? Got it in the right spot. Looks like that. Yeah, these are sick. But yes, I heard about it, Woodsy. I was in your show the other day, wasn't I, SSM? I bought 2 spots, right? I sent that over today. I'm sorry it was a day late. Send it to Rogers, Venmo. Thank you for doing that for me, by the way. I appreciate that. Giving me the opportunity to take advantage while I could, or try to anyways. And not cutting me out, so I appreciate that. But you know what I like most when it comes to the gold right now? This piece is the piece that is one of the pieces that I've wanted for a long time. The next one that I want is Buffalo, but a pre-33 1885. Love this thing. My first pre-33 coin. Aqua Donkey, have a great night. I appreciate you coming in. Yeah, this is one of my favorite coins. And then, of course, I've got you probably all know what this one is. You can just look at it and know what it is, right? Yeah. And then we've got some I've got a smaller maple too, a 10th. But I like this one, and I always have. You know, one cool thing that they did right on these ones is all the security features. The Britannias, they have a lot of security features, and I think that's awesome because it just makes it that much harder for them to be counterfeited, you know. I don't have as much gold as I need. SSM, you can never have too much gold. I don't really have a whole lot of gold. I mean, I have some. I don't have a whole lot. I don't have as much as I want. You know, the whole purpose is to get to more gold. Right? And then you got your smaller maple here. The maples are just so pretty. They're such a great looking coin, too. I have a double maple leaf silver coin. It's a 2-ounce maple. And let me ask you guys a question. Did you know that there was 16 different maple leaves, I believe it is, that Canada uses on their coins? Hey, have a good night, Tio. You're starting all over since fire. Just 1 gram gold in my stash. Nice. It's all a matter of starting. And since you've got a start, now you can start. You're already there. Now it's just watching it grow. You're already doing the hard part's already done. The rest of it's all downhill. Now it's just adding to your stack as you can. And um, I'm sorry to hear about the fire. That's no good. Yeah, you know what? You might have had so much. But you're not dead. And you got your health and your life. Could have been a whole lot worse. There's always a flip side to things. Might have cost you some medals, but in the long run, you're still with us. And in my opinion, that's worth way more than whatever you lost. That's how I look at it. Like I said, I almost died a few years ago with the aneurysm. Ron and I have talked about it, So there's just every day is a blessed day, man. Every day is a blessed day. People fighting and yelling and screaming over the stupidest shit. 50-cent coupon or discount for this or for that. Just not worth it. Be happy. Life is so much better when you are. Trust me. Damn. Look at all that silver. Don't it look good? Damn, it looks good. I'm so surprised how compact this 5-ounce bar is. It's so thick, but this is a 1 gram. This is a 1-ounce bar, right? And it's so small. Germania, put the serial number on the back. That's my whatnot funds right here for the next show. Do me up an ounce of silver. Well, I'll tell you, Rhonda. Hey, you know what? It doesn't matter. You found 3. And that's all that matters is you found 3 already. And that's free silver at that point. You found 3 keepers. So that's the whole. I mean, look, you're talking about change, man. You're noodling through 250-cent pieces and you found 3 keepers. You know what? That's a win because I can open up a whole box and not get one up here sometimes. That's what I'm saying. You're lucky to find 3. Shit, sometimes you're lucky to find 1. And fractional is the way to go. I prefer fractional anyways. Not silver. That's all right. Doesn't matter if it's silver or not. If you found 3 that you like, it's if you're going through pennies or whatever, nickels, doesn't matter. You found 3 that you like and you want. Yeah, what are they? Rhonda, I prefer fractional anyways. It's less to break up. It's less of a hit when you have to spend it. Spending a $3,600 coin right now is, or a $3,400 coin right now is not the way to go when I want to break something up. If I need to sell gold, I'm going to sell a 1/10 or a 1 gram or something like that. Honestly, I prefer not to sell the gold and I would sell the silver. There's probably at least 10 worth way more in eras and varieties than silver ones, but I like that stuff. 59 years of needed times 2 in indigenous languages, Australian currency. Okay. Is it, what's the composition made up of, Woodsy? Is it copper? It is a little quiet in here, isn't it? Let's liven it up. Let's go. If I wasn't screaming on my phone, I would play you guys the song that Bob made me. B&B Prospecting made me a song about silver stacking. It's got my name in it. It's pretty cool. Aluminum, huh? There are some aluminum coins that I have in my world coin pack. I have like a whole little tub of world coins. Aluminium. So over on Whatnot, I got a couple of extra coins too. I got a really cool V nickel that was sent to me. Now, I'm not a big U.S. currency, old currency, unless it's got silver in it, but that's a pretty cool V nickel that I'm gonna put over in the stack. Nickel and copper. Had a brain fart. Got a mercury dime. It's kind of a lot of wear around the edges. It's not a slick yet, but it's pretty much there. And then I got a 20 pence coin, just like a nickel. And this Proof Rosy. Now it doesn't say it's silver. I almost want to crack it open and look now because the one that Thule sent me was silver. So these things are weak. These capsules. No, this one is a clad coin. But it is a deep cameo. A lot like the one Thule sent me is a silver decameo proof. That thing's great quality. No problem, you guys. Thank you for coming in, Ron, and hanging out. I appreciate you stopping by. You've been a big part of the chat tonight, so thank you very much. Aluminum. No problem. Thank you. I've been selling a lot of these world coins, these $1 coins, US $1 commemorative coins. This one is let's say Alabama. Says Alabama, but that is a space shuttle. So I'm not sure if we had a space shuttle named Alabama at one point. I didn't think that we did, but sorry about that. I'll fuck with the phone for a second. But yeah, I do have a bit of gold. I only want more. I was thinking about getting more gold in a couple of weeks instead of silver, but I think I'm still, if the GSR is still what it is, in a couple of weeks, I'm just going to keep going silver and wait for it to start dropping and get to low 80s, mid 70s. See if it starts showing some resistance. If it does at that point, then maybe I'll trade some of the silver in for some gold. You know, at that point, what I've hauled in today and what I've hauled in next week will be enough for an ounce of gold, which would put me at a fraction of the cost of what it actually is right now. It just depends on if the GSR moves the way that it needs to. And GSR, I mean gold to silver ratio, just in case you don't know what I'm talking about. But I've only been stacking regularly since October. You see 36.30. It's 36.30 right now for spot price on silver. Or for gold. It's actually the Humble Stacker 7 at gmail.com. But yes. Ironically enough, the Humble Stacker 1 through 6 was not available. I didn't think that would be possible, but that was the case. I thought that was pretty unique when I made it. I didn't think there was going to be too many people out there with the same name, but I did. It's the humblestacker7@gmail.com. Yes, put 7 after the R. Sure. So you pick whatever you want. Just put pics in the songs of silence. Hey, if I had more music in the background or something, I mean, I wish I could play that song that Bob made for me, but I'm streaming on my phone and it's on my phone, so I can't. My laptop's down in the car, so I can't do anything with it. Do you guys get your free gold back? And Marsh, did you get your free gold back? You got 3? Okay. I mean, not really stacker material, but if they're giving out free gold, you might as well take advantage. That's how I look at it anyways. So I'm thinking about grabbing a pay dirt next week. Any specific dirt you guys want to watch me pan? Like anybody's dirty in particular, or do you like watching? You guys, let me ask: do you like watching me pan for gold when I pan for gold? In the river? No, I won't be able to make it to the river. I can do it in the river. I just won't be able to do it after work like I would normally. But I did go to the beach with 3D Woodworks. And we got a bunch of black sands, which have a bunch of gold in them. But not enough to process the sands themselves without processing the process fines. Yes. Flour gold, very fine. But literally right on the beach here in Washington. You can go out on the beach and just sit and process the sand over and over and over again and get ounces. Yes, fly poop. But colors add up. Gold is heavy. Jason over at Flower Gold Wizards can tell you that because I've watched a lot of his videos and he processed some black sand just like the sand I got. And he pulled out a lot of gold. You know, I was thinking about talking to the guy at the LCS, seeing if he wants some help on my days off. Maybe I can get even better deals on silver. They do it on Lake Superior, yes, because there's a bunch of black sands out there as well. But the beast that I'm talking about here, and they have videos on YouTube about it too. It's called Cape Disappointment. Now I was there with 3D Woodworks, and about 8 inches down, there is a shelf of black sands that's about 8 to 10 inches thick of the deepest, darkest black sands. I've got a video of it on my channel. And that black sand is the heaviest, and the iron breaking down, and that's why it's so heavy. Every 5 gallon bucket I drug out of that thing must have weighed about 120 to 150 pounds. They were no joke. Let's change this for a second. Let's do this. Hi, Dorothy. How are you? Sold your bowl. What kind of bowl do you have, Ed Marsh? Was it a Brahma bowl? Oh, what are those? You know, they run that special about every 2 months. Pick up a 10-ounce bar at Spot, one per household. Did you know that? SD Bullion's still running their 10-ounce Spot deal, I think. But honestly, with the prices that I'm getting at my LCS, there's no point in going online. I mean, I'm literally spending 10 cents more over Spot on all this silver that I got today. At that price, it's not even worth waiting for the taxes that they would charge me online for it, because I literally paid no taxes for this. And I didn't have to wait 3 to 5 days to get my medals. I literally walked out of the place with them. They actually put them in this box, Presidential Coin $2 box, is what they put them in. So what? Some silver? I would hold it. Wait for the GSR to drop some more. make more on it. Because in order for you not to make more on it, gold would have to drop. Because silver at this point, from what it's shown, is not going to drop anytime soon. Now, I'm just going off of what I've seen. I'm not a financial advisor, so please don't take what I'm saying as financial advice. But for me, this is the smart play. Go really, really heavy on silver right now. I mean, in a couple of weeks, and this week, I'll have put 78 ounces of silver into my stack in a couple of weeks. It's pretty aggressive. I'm not worried about my DCA right now. Other people would have been like, I would have timed it and spaced it out. If you bought some at $15 and your dollar cost average is really, really good, and I get that, but are you just in it? So if are you selling some because you need money, or are you selling some because just because? I mean, like, why are you thinking about selling it? Yeah, well, I understand that. I understand that 100%. I put no money into my savings account. I spend every bit of money that's not rent, bill, food, or care for my kids, or just daily shit to get through. I put that into metals. Most people would say keep stuff around, keep some money around just in case. But honestly, if I keep savings, if I keep cash around, I'll find a way to spend it. I'm a horrible saver, so this is how I do it. Like, can I show it on screen? So that's how I save. So I put all of my money into silver and gold. I have a little bit of platinum, but not much. All of my money goes into that. Let me see. Give me a second. I'm back. Sorry, guys. You there? Perfect. All right. Sorry about the circle of death. But yeah, I can't save for shit, so this is how I save. It works for me. It's great. It's been a game changer. I've never been able to save this much money and have it be anywhere in one spot. Know what, and Marsh? So I did see the coin that has some pretty unique toning. That is an ASE that looks orange. Is that what I was looking at? An ASE that looks orange, Rhonda? Who's not here? Night in, Marsh. See you in the streams. Dave's not here, man. That was a good one. I like the Up and Smoke better, though, but that was a good one, too. Yeah, I'm going to cut to you guys. Night, Woodsy. Have a good night, man. And Marsh, have a good night. Rhonda, I'm gonna go to bed too. I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta be there at 7. AAA, have a good night, man. I appreciate you lurking in the background, hanging out with us. We're just sitting bullshit. Dorothy, have a good night. Excuse my language. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you around. Yeah, it's 1 o'clock here. I gotta get to bed. All right, you guys. Have a good night.